Troy, you're on Ron Fez.
Hey, Troy.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
What do you got, buddy?
Well, I just want Paul to know that he needs to get the set of cojones on him, and just the one thing to always remember, that all women are inherently evil. If it was not for women, he's got to remember one thing. We'd still be in Eden, right?
Yeah, but what kind of Eden would it be? Us naked, some animals, and fruit. I'm fucking eating that whatever I got.
By that time, you're renaming the animals for the 400th time.
You know, I remember even being a little kid and hearing that story. All right, we have Eden, everybody's there, everything's perfect. There's no reason to worry about a thing. Then God puts out a tree and goes, don't fuck with this tree. You know sooner or later, they never tell you how long did Adam and Eve go before they got so bored they're going, I got to try the fucking tree.
It seems like they just ran to that tree.
I don't think so.
Sprouted.
But it would only because you have no time whatsoever to gauge. And you don't put a fucking tree out there. The tree of knowledge. Here's the tree of knowledge. I don't want you to eat this. You got to think in the back of your mind. Well, you know he wants us to eat it. It's knowledge. Why would he want us not to have knowledge? Why would our father go, don't have knowledge? That story always bugged me.
They weren't smart enough to come up with that concept. They saw a fruit and they just went for it.
I think just the opposite. I think if you don't go for the fruit, you're the retard. I think God wanted you to take it, or why else put it there?
I just know that whether I have the tree of knowledge or not, I know I'm naked. I know that I don't have any clothes on.
I think the way to get even would have been to stay naked. Yes, even though I know my dick's out, I don't care. And this fruit's delicious. It's the best thing I've ever done. Now I'm making a pie.
Well, this is backfired.
Just taunt him with it.
I really just wanted them to put on clothes.
Which basically means that they didn't have sex before, right? That's what the now they know they're naked thing.
Right, because then it went into now you're going to have pain in childbirth. You know, they didn't have any kids in the garden. They didn't start having kids till they were out of there.
So it wasn't really they weren't really alive. They weren't alive the way we think of alive.
Right, because there were so many things they just weren't doing.
Right, they're just basically retarded up to that point.
And not getting eaten by the animals.
And why have them around? Why have animals around? And here's another thing. Why did God make them suffer? If I'm a lion, I'm like, did you fucking see me eat anything? No. And now I got to shit outside in the rain. I don't get it. Everybody gets punished.
The lion just moves up the food chain to run the planet.
I do not understand why everybody got drugged down in this. Because at that time they were communicating with animals, right?
Oh, yeah. Adam was totally talking to the animals, like Dr. Doolittle.
Out of every dumb story in the Bible, this has got to be the dumbest, because I don't think you got a choice. I think you got to take it. And I think if you don't take it, you're a fucking moron. You got to find out what's on that tree. It's the one thing you can have. Why not have it?
If the lion had eaten the apple first, and then they're all out in the world in business suits and having to work for a living.
Well, we would have been down with them. Then we would be. Everybody loses, Fez. If one person takes the apple, everybody loses. It's the craziest story I ever heard. What about you, Paulie? Would you have eaten the apple?
If it's a good apple, you got to eat the apple.
So now you're just going on taste.
But I'm hungry, God.
Depends. You might be hungry.
You're driving me crazy, Paulie.
I'm sorry. Not nice.
That's just not nice. Not nice.
Hey, Billy, you're on a Fez.
Hey, Ron.
Yeah.
Fezzy, how you doing? I was just wondering, you're talking about eating that poisonous fruit, and you had to try it. What about the pine trees out in the front yard? My father always told me not to eat those little red berries. They were poisonous. And, of course, I had to try them.
Yeah.
Terrible.
And then your father made you start wearing clothes.
Here's what your father should have cut down the tree. Are you going to think of this in modern times? It's like when your father says to you, look, I don't want you touching any of my back medicine that I have there. I don't want anybody touching that back medicine. And don't use my stereo when your mom and I go away for the weekend. What did you do the minute your parents went away when you were a kid? You opened up the doors. You started rolling kegs in. That's all Adam and Eve did. They had a little party. So everybody should suffer forever? That's insane talk.
Set up to fail.
I hate to attack God here, but talking about blowing something out of proportion, it was a fucking apple. Now billions of people have to suffer and have cancer because somebody ate an apple.
He must have been saving that apple for his lunch or something. That must have been one hell of an apple.
Move it further back, away from them. Use your powers, put a cage around the thing. There's so many things you could have done if you were God, unless that was the apple trap, where basically you had a noose at the bottom of that.
All you got to do is put that apple in a brown paper bag, write your name on it, God, and hope no one takes it.
You guys just seem to be caught up in the taste of this and not getting the knowledge part. He didn't want us to have knowledge, or he did? Why would he not want us to have knowledge?
He likes keeping us stupid.
Do you think so? Or did he want us to do it?
He must have wanted us to do it, or else there'd be no business for the tree to have been there.
Then why have it? Exactly. So stop acting like it was an original sin. It was finally trying something. Taking that shot. It's like Rocky. That story should be looked at like Rocky. You didn't win, but you went the distance. You should be proud.